Hello there guys, welcome back again to my channel and welcome to another brand new video. This is the video where I usually drop 5 teams that I think will be play straight win this weekend. Like, I usually look at all weekend matches available and the teams that have the probability of winning, and then out of all the teams that I feel could win for the weekend, I'll pick the best 5 and the safest 5 that have slightly high odds as well, so that the odds can accumulate and get to a reasonable amount of odds. And that's what I usually do and drop here. So far this season, we've won most of the games that I've always picked for these 5 teams to play straight win this weekend. We've won most of them, and I believe that we are going to win. Though we lost the one I posted last weekend. I didn't post last weekend. The weekend before last, we lost that particular game that I posted about. I think it was Juventus that drew 2-2. Abi or 1-1, something like that. But the last game I posted on these 5 teams to play straight win, we lost that particular game, and I was not I was not happy about that. I didn't like the fact that we lost that game because we were supposed to win. But anyway, we have to move on. Last weekend I didn't post. I look at all the games, I only saw a few teams and their odds were too small. That was why I did not post any game last weekend on these teams to play straight win. So this weekend I have looked at all the games. I have seen very sweet teams that we are going to play straight win, and we are going to win this particular one this weekend. So if this is your first time on this channel, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to turn on your notifications so that each and every time I post a video, I post lots of videos and other predictions. In fact, every available predictions are posted on this channel. So do not forget to subscribe, and also do not forget to turn on your notifications so that you get notified each and every time I post, and you'll see it immediately I post before the odds begin to drop, and you won't be a victim of odds dropping. You want that to happen. So subscribe and turn on your notification. We are going to begin without wasting much time. These 5 teams that I picked for this weekend come out a total of 5 odds. That's a 5 odds, sorry, 6 odds, like almost close to 7 odds in total. That's what these 5 teams bring out, and I believe that these teams, let's just get straight into the videos. 5 teams to play straight win this weekend. Number 1 is Marseille. Marseille are the first team, and they are in the French league. The match for Marseille, they are playing on Saturday, and they are playing away. Marseille are away to Metz in the French league on this Saturday, and so far so good. Let's leave Marseille aside. Let's begin with Metz. Metz have not won a single game this season in the league, and Metz are still the only team left in the league that have failed to get a win. They've managed 2 draws and 3 losses in their opening 5 matches of the league, and yeah, they just came to the league, and obviously other teams are better off than them, but they still have to do better if they want to remain in the league. I do not know if this match against Marseille is the match that they will feel they can come and open and start their winning campaign of the season. I doubt that, because Marseille are currently 3rd, and they are only 3 points behind league leaders PSG and Olympique Lyon. And this same Marseille are just coming to this match on the back of 3 straight wins, including a 4-0 win over Ajax in the Champions League on Tuesday. That was a very, very massive victory for Marseille. I didn't even think Marseille could defeat Ajax by that margin of goals. So Marseille are coming here with a lot of confidence going into this particular game, and Metz are coming here with hopes and expectation, hoping that perhaps Marseille players will not be informed, so that maybe they can overturn, or maybe they can cause an upset or do something like that. But this is a clear game that Marseille are going to win, and I believe that for this particular game between Metz and Marseille on Saturday is going to end in a victory for Marseille. So that is the first team that I'm picking, Olympique Marseille, to win against Metz. The first team to play straight win this weekend is Marseille. Now let's go to the second team. The second team that I think you should play straight win this weekend. This team is in the Premier League, and it's Aston Villa. Aston Villa are playing on Sunday. Aston Villa are hosting Burnley, and this is coming off their match that they played on Thursday in the Europa League. But Burnley haven't been good. Or let's say Aston Villa. Let's begin with Aston Villa, who are home. Aston Villa did not start their season very well. Aston Villa started by drawing and losing their game. In fact, their opening game of the season, the opening match of Aston Villa this season against Brentford, they lost that game, and then they went on to lose the next game against Crystal Palace before they began to manage to grind out draws. But fortunately for Aston Villa, they got their first victory of the season in the Champions League against Bologna, in the Europa League rather, against Bologna. That was where they got their first victory of the season, and then responded again by defeating Fulham in the Premier League at home. And now, important thing to note is that, okay, the only loss at home this season so far for Aston Villa is against Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace have also been a good team. So at home, Aston Villa defeated Bologna and Fulham in their two most recent matches. Now, Burnley have managed Burnley have a win and a draw this season so far. Yeah, they won their opening game against Sunderland and then the draw against Nottingham Forest. But Burnley are not a team that should be matched to Aston Villa. It's just that Aston Villa haven't been bad, but Aston Villa picking their form this season is not a question of if. It was just a matter of when will Aston Villa pick back their form from where they left off last season. And we've seen Aston Villa win 2 back-to-back games. I believe that Aston Villa are going to defeat Burnley at home. I somehow see a comfortable victory for Aston Villa actually. Some people will argue that Burnley have a very good defense and Burnley may be able to pose a few threats against Aston Villa, but I do not think Burnley will draw this game. Aston Villa are going to win Burnley and win Burnley comfortably. That is what I'm picking. That is the second team that I think we should play straight to win this weekend. That team is Aston Villa, because definitely I believe that Aston Villa are going to come out victorious against Burnley. Now, the third team to play straight to win this weekend, a very, very sweet team in the Netherlands League, and this team is PSV Eindhoven. This PSV Eindhoven team just drew in the Champions League most recent match against Bayer Leverkusen, and I expected PSV to actually win that game against Bayer Leverkusen, but unfortunately the game ended in a draw. PSV are second position in the Eredivisie, just behind Feyenoord, and Zwolle have 7 points so far out of 7 matches. So I think Zwolle have not won a game this season. I do not think Zwolle have won a game this season. Okay, they may have just one win, and then they've lost the rest and drawn like 2 or thereabout. PSV, first, they score a lot of goals, and second, they win consistently. So I'm of the opinion that in this particular match between Zwolle and PSV, that first, only PSV alone are going to get at least 3 goals in this game. I do not believe that Zwolle can score PSV up to 3, but PSV alone will score at least 3 goals. PSV will also concede, definitely. Zwolle may manage to get 1 or 2 back later at some point during the game, but PSV to score multiple goals alone in the game, PSV to come out victorious, PSV to win comfortably. So these are the options available for this particular match, and I see a very, very comfortable win for PSV in this weekend, in this match against Zwolle in the Netherlands Eredivisie. So that is the third team that I think we should play straight to in this weekend, and that team is PSV Eindhoven. So PSV, the third team. Now let's go to the fourth team, another very informed team as of now, and this is Napoli. That is the fourth team that I think we can play straight to in this weekend. Napoli disappointed me in their match against AC Milan. Their last Serie A game against AC Milan, I was really disappointed at Napoli in the performances they put in. But then the best response they could give was defeating Sporting CP, and not just defeating Sporting CP. Napoli played very, very lovely football in that game. Napoli dominated the match and played outstanding football. Now, Genoa are a team that have managed Genoa haven't even won so far this season. Genoa have managed 2 draws so far, and then the rest are losses. And their most recent loss against an inconsistent Lazio only could outline the fact that Genoa are not a serious team yet, and I do not know if they will be able to hold this Napoli. Napoli are in a very, very strong attacking, but they have some players, Kevin De Bruyne, who is doing a whole lot of magic in that particular team, and Napoli are really, really firing at the moment. So Napoli should win Genoa comfortably. Yeah, but we all know Napoli rarely scores more than 2 goals in a particular match. It's been long since Napoli scored more than 2 goals. So I see Napoli defeating Genoa by 2-0 or maybe 2-1. Because Napoli also do not know how to keep clean sheets actually. So something within that range, but it is definite for me that this weekend, Napoli are likely to defeat Genoa in the Italian Serie A, and that is the fourth team that I'm going to pick because of their consistent form and because of the amount of quality and teamwork that they put into their football performances recently. Napoli, the fourth team. Now let's go to the last team to play straight to in this weekend, and this last team, not the least team, may probably be the best team. This is Inter Milan, who are hosting Cremonese at the San Siro. There is no doubt about this. Cremonese are here on the back of 3 consecutive draws, but that draw has nothing on Inter Milan because Inter Milan are definitely going to defeat Cremonese. I do not want to talk much about this particular game. Yeah, Cremonese have 9 points so far, and these 9 points were points that they probably got before the international break, because since after the previous international break, Cremonese have really struggled a lot. They have not won a game since after the international break, meaning that Cremonese should be back to their default settings and should not be a match for Inter Milan, who performed really well and defeated Slavia Prague comfortably. This is 4 back-to-back wins now for Inter Milan under Christian Kivu, and I believe that this form that Inter Milan are in now, Inter Milan are going to continue in this form coming into this game this weekend. So that is the 4th team that I think you should, the last team rather, that I think you should play straight to win this weekend, and that team is Inter Milan. So now I've mentioned my 5 teams that I think are going to play straight to win this weekend. But before I round up this video, I would like to do a quick recap in case anyone missed any single part of this video. So let's begin with the recap. 5 teams to play straight to win this weekend. Number 1, Marseille. Number 2, Aston Villa. Number 3, PSV. Number 4, Napoli. And number 5, Inter Milan. Thanks guys for watching this video up to this point. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know everything you think about these 5 teams that I picked. Remember I said that this come out 6 odds, approaching 7 odds at the time of booking this game. So please drop your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. If there's any team you think cannot win this weekend, please let me know your honest opinion on these games and on these picks that I made. Me personally, I'm confident about these 5 teams, and I believe that these 5 teams are going to win their opponents this weekend, and we're going to win money from these teams this weekend. That is my own opinion, but I would like to know your own opinion as well. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications so that you won't be missing any more videos I post. I hope we win this. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.